You are without doubt the worst pirate I've ever heard of.
But you have heard of me.
In Bad Boys, Martin Lawrence improvised one of the film's most memorable one-liners, and it instantly earned a place in the final movie.
Alright, then it'll be what, 2 bitches in the sea, huh? Is that it? Is that what you want?
Shut up, Martin.
In Dogma, Chris Rock improvised Rufus's hilarious reply when he was asked if he knew Christ. It was one of the few ad-libbed lines in the film.
You knew Christ.
No, shit, nigga owes me $12.
Let me guess.
In Happy Death Day, the script ended differently until Jessica Roth added her own joke during filming. It ended up becoming one of the scene's most memorable moments.
I mean, who takes their first date to Subway? It's not like you have a foot long.
In Jaws 2, David Elliott added his own line during the scene, catching everyone by surprise. Although it stayed in the movie, he later said he wished those words had never left his mouth.
She got tits like a sparrow. Do you have to talk like that? What are you, my mother? Were you under the jib?
In Pulp Fiction, Mia catches Vincent off guard with an unexpected question. Instead of following the script, John Travolta responded with an ad-lib that felt so natural. Quentin Tarantino left it exactly as it happened.
Why do we feel it's necessary to yak about bullshit in order to be comfortable?
I don't know. That's a good question.
In Scrooged, a minor character ended up stealing the entire scene. During the hilarious argument over the dancers' costumes, actor Jack McGee unexpectedly threw in his own line, and it was funny enough to stay in the movie.
You can hardly see them nipples.
See, and these guys are really looking.
In Seven, one of the movie's most memorable lines happened because of an unexpected interruption. A phone suddenly rang in the middle of the take, and instead of stopping, R. Lee Ermey answered it in character and improvised the line.
7, hold on. That's not even my desk. You can expect 5 more of these.
In Adventures in Babysitting, this scene originally ended with a much edgier improvised joke from the hot dog vendor. The director wanted to keep it, but the studio insisted on rewriting the exchange to preserve the film's PG-13 rating.
You slip me the cash, and I'll slip you the wiener.
But I don't have any cash.
Then I don't have a wiener!
In The Hangover, Zach Galifianakis wasn't happy with the original joke written for Alan. He came up with a completely different line to show just how clueless the character really was, and everyone on set loved it enough to make it into the movie.
You remember my grandmother's Holocaust ring? Fuck. She's wearing it.
Okay.
I didn't know they give out rings at the Holocaust.
In The Lorax, not every joke came from the screenplay. During the Lorax's first encounter with Aunt Griselda, Danny DeVito ad-libbed the character's response, and it was kept in.
I'll go right up your nose!
Whoa, whoa, whoa! You wouldn't hit a woman.
That's a woman?
In There's Something About Mary, Keith David was given remarkable freedom to make the role his own. Most of his dialogue, including the line you're about to hear, was completely made up on the spot.
Are you yelling at me?
No.
Are you yelling at me in my own house?
No.
Don't let me have to open a can of whoop ass on you, yeah?
In The Wolf of Wall Street, one of Naomi's funniest outbursts almost never happened. Margot Robbie came up with the line on set, and it fit Naomi's fiery personality so perfectly that it stayed in the movie.
Who's Venice? Huh? Who? What are you, a fucking owl?
In The Warriors, one of Ajax's toughest moments was never written on the page. James Remar invented the line during filming, and it perfectly captured the character's fearless, hot-headed personality.
I'll shove that bat up your ass and turn you into a popsicle.
In Alice Doesn't Live Here Anymore, Ellen Burstyn came up with one of the film's funniest lines completely on the spot, reportedly inspired by her own experiences in show business.
Would you mind turn around for me?
Turn around for you? Why?
I want to look at you.
Well, look at my face. I don't sing with my ass.
In Always Be My Maybe, it was Keanu Reeves' idea to rattle off the list of Chinese dignitaries during the game night scene.
I'm very familiar with Chinese dignitaries, Marcus. Xi Jinping, Li Keqiang. Okay, you know everything. Fine.
In American Graffiti, Wolfman Jack unexpectedly improvised one of the scene's funniest moments while shaking Richard Dreyfuss's hand, and it made the final cut.
It's been a pleasure.
Thanks a lot.
Really.
I appreciate it.
Sticky little mothers, ain't they?
They really... 6 or 7 of them, right?
In Bad Santa, Tony Cox caught everyone off guard with an ad-lib that left director Terry Zwigoff laughing so hard, he said he even woke up thinking about it.
You probably shouldn't be digging in your ass.
In Clue, Madeline Kahn took a straightforward line from the script and transformed it into comedy gold by improvising the rest. Since only the director was in on it, the cast's confused reactions are exactly what you'd expect.
I hated her so much. Flames on the side of my face.
In Fantastic Beasts: The Crimes of Grindelwald, Dan Fogler improvised one of Jacob's funniest lines, and it ended up in the final film.
You don't look a day over 375.
In Fast and Furious 6, Dwayne Johnson threw in an unscripted comeback during the barbecue scene. The ad-lib was so unexpected that Ludacris broke into a genuine spit take while Tyrese Gibson was left momentarily speechless.
Hey, Mia, you better hide your baby oil. I'm just playing.
You better hide that big-ass forehead.
I was just joking. Whatever. Definitely not that.
In Ironclad, Brian Cox's confrontation with King John became even more memorable after he slipped in an unscripted insult, and the cast and crew loved it enough to keep it.
And this castle belongs to me! You're no more a king than the boil on my ass!
In Kingpin, Bill Murray barely stuck to the script while playing Big Earn McCracken. In fact, the director revealed that even this iconic line was completely improvised.
What do you want to risk? You have everything going for you. You're on a gravy train with biscuit wheels.
In Men in Black 2, Smith came up with the joke while introducing Kay to his new car. The line got such a big reaction that Smith later admitted people repeated it to him so often that he eventually grew tired of hearing it.
Does that come standard? Actually, it came with a black dude, but he kept getting pulled over. Yeah.
In Ocean's 11, Bernie Mac did what he did best. He started riffing. His confrontation with Matt Damon's character during the opening card game grew into a completely improvised monologue that made it into the finished film.
No one's throwing. I'm trying to do my job, sir.
Do your job. What you want from me, man? Want me to get on the table and dance? You like me to shine your shoes? Want me to smile at you?
In Pirates of the Caribbean: The Curse of the Black Pearl, the joke wasn't supposed to end that way. Johnny Depp improvised the final words, and Orlando Bloom and Kevin McNally immediately started breaking character.
Human hair from my back.
In Savage Streets, Principal Underwood's outrageous insult wasn't in the script. John Vernon came up with it himself during filming, giving the scene one of the most unforgettable put-downs in the entire movie.
You sick, Vince?
Yeah, man, he's got the clap.
He's burning up. Go fuck an iceberg.
In Shrek, a little frustration led to one of the movie's funniest moments. Mike Myers improvised the line after getting annoyed with one of the directors, and it ended up in the finished film.
All right, you're going the right way for a smack bottom.
Sorry about that.
In Stripes, John Larroquette didn't just improvise the scene, he also introduced the director to a new word. After adding the line himself, he had to explain to the director what a loofah was before filming could continue.
Oh, God, I wish I was a loofah. Look at that. That's...
In Lethal Weapon 2, when Mel Gibson asked for his reaction to Rianne's commercial, McGee made up the line on the spot, leaving Danny Glover laughing so hard that it was kept in the film.
Yeah, I liked it. She made me want to go out and buy rubbers right now.
No. In Tenet, John David Washington improvised the line to slow the scene down for just a second before the brutal fight began. His original delivery was so exaggerated that Christopher Nolan couldn't stop laughing, leading to a more subtle version in the final cut.
I ordered my hot sauce an hour ago.
In The Expendables, the exchange between the three action legends wasn't originally written that way. Bruce Willis improvised the line on set, and although Sylvester Stallone wasn't a fan at first, he later admitted it worked too well to cut.
You lost weight? Or whatever weight I lost, you found, pal.
You guys aren't gonna start sucking each other's dicks, are you?
In The Fifth Element, Corbin's confused reaction to Lilu wasn't entirely written. Bruce Willis came up with the line himself while filming their first meeting, and it became one of the movie's most memorable exchanges.
Look, lady, I only speak two languages, English and bad English.
In The Godfather Part 2, Danny Aiello accidentally created an iconic moment. Nervous about working with Francis Ford Coppola, he improvised the line during the take, and years later admitted he still doesn't know what inspired it.
Michael Corleone says hello.
In The Ringer, during a scene where David lies about taking Steve and his friends for ice cream, Winston suddenly shouts,
We stopped off for ice cream. When the fuck did we get ice cream?
That line was completely improvised, and Knoxville immediately broke character, cracking up on camera.
When the fuck did we get ice cream?
In Titanic, Gloria Stewart wasn't comfortable with the line James Cameron had written for Old Rose. When he asked what she would say instead, Stewart came up with her own version, and that's the one that made it into the film.
You actually think this is you, Nana?
It is me, dear. Wasn't I a dish?
In True Romance, one of the film's most memorable exchanges wasn't fully written. Dennis Hopper improvised the insult, and Christopher Walken, not realizing what it meant, responded with an ad-lib of his own.
Cause you're part eggplant.
You're a cantaloupe.
In A Few Good Men, the iconic "you can't handle the truth" line almost never happened. Jack Nicholson suggested replacing the scripted line, "you already have the truth," with the more powerful version from the stage play, creating one of the most memorable quotes in movie history.
I think I'm entitled. You want answers! I want the truth! You can't handle the truth!
In A Nightmare on Elm Street Part 2, the scene already looked terrifying, but it was Robert Shaye who suggested the unforgettable one-liner that made the moment truly iconic.
You've got the body. I've got the brain.
In Clerks 2, the script called for Gawking Guy to silently walk away after seeing Dante and Emma kissing on the counter. Ben Affleck improvised a line on the spot, which ended up in the finished film.
Not very hygienic. That's all I'm gonna tell you.
In Armageddon, Michael Clark Duncan improvised one of his character's most memorable one-liners. The ad-lib was so good that it made the final cut and even earned him a new nickname.
Come and get Papa Bear!
In Avengers Infinity War, Drax wasn't even supposed to respond during the Gamora exchange. Dave Bautista improvised the moment on the spot, and it became one of the film's funniest scenes.
Where is Gamora?
Yeah, I'll do you one better. Who's Gamora?
I'll do you one better. Why is Gamora?
In Austin Powers' International Man of Mystery, Mike Myers completely forgot his scripted dialogue after the guard's death, forcing him to make up new lines on the spot, and the take made the final cut.
Not a good time to lose one's head. It's a shame he wasn't more headstrong. He'll never be the head of a major corporation.
Okay, that'll do.
In Dazed and Confused, Matthew McConaughey improvised his very first line in the movie. It became so iconic that it eventually turned into his signature catchphrase.
You got a joint?
No, not on me, man.
All right.
Unlike most comedies, Monty Python and the Holy Grail left very little room for improv. Even so, Eric Idle slipped in an unscripted line during the dead collector scene, proving that sometimes a single ad-lib is all you need.
Who's that then? I don't know. Must be a king. Why? He hasn't got shit all over him.
In Wake and Fright, John Millen made the pub scene feel even more authentic by improvising. The off-the-cuff remark fit his character so naturally that it stayed in the finished film.
You've, got snakes in your pocket, have you?
In There's Something About Mary, Brett Favre wasn't happy with the dialogue he'd been given. He suggested a different line during filming, and the Farrelly brothers liked his version so much that it replaced the original script.
Brett?
What the hell is Brett Favre doing here?
I'm in town to play the Dolphins, you dumbass.
In The Place Beyond the Pines, Ben Mendelsohn turned a scripted conversation into something even more memorable. He added the line himself during filming, creating a warning that perfectly captured the dangerous path Luke was about to take.
You know something, Luke? If you ride like lightning, you're gonna crash like thunder.
In The Long Good Friday, one of the film's most celebrated lines almost sounded completely different. Bob Hoskins replaced the scripted wording with his own ad-lib, and the new version instantly won everyone over.
Oh, they're going to collect the body in an ice cream van.
There's a lot of dignity in that, isn't there? Going out like a raspberry ripple.
In A Shot in the Dark, Peter Sellers wasn't supposed to say anything after getting his hand stuck inside the spinning globe. But seeing the perfect opportunity for a joke, he improvised the line on the spot, and it stayed in the movie.
Look, I've got Africa all over my hand now.
In Out of Sight, the actors had more creative freedom than most people realize. Don Cheadle even wrote one of the scene's standout lines himself, and Soderbergh decided to keep it.
A situation like this is a high potentiality for the common motherfucker to bitch out.
So I figure why take a chance?
In Monsters vs. Aliens, Seth Rogen was given plenty of freedom to improvise while voicing Bob. One of his funniest additions came during the recording sessions, and the filmmakers liked it enough to keep it in the movie.
So that's how you want to play it? Eat lead, alien robot! Evidently they eat lead. Get him on the chopper.
In Home Alone, Daniel Stern turned an already hilarious scene into an even funnier one by reacting naturally to Joe Pesci's feather-covered costume. The genuine reaction was exactly what the scene needed.
Marv! Harry? Why the hell you dressed like a chicken?
In RoboCop, Jackie Earle Haley decided to pay homage to the original movie in his own way. The callback you're about to hear was completely unscripted.
5.6 seconds behind scenario failure. I wouldn't buy that for $1.
In Only God Forgives, the script originally called for a different exchange. Looking for something more shocking, the director turned to Ryan Gosling for ideas, and Gosling's first suggestion became the line used in the movie.
I'm an entertainer. An entertainer? And how many cocks can you entertain with that cute little cum dumpster of yours?
In Avengers Age of Ultron, Robert Downey Jr. came up with one of Tony Stark's funniest one-liners completely on the spot while filming the tractor scene, and the ad-lib was so good that even the director wished he'd written it.
Hello, dear.
In Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, Brad Pitt drew from his own life during this emotional scene. The encouraging line he says to Rick Dalton wasn't in the script. It was inspired by something another actor once told Pitt when he was just starting out in Hollywood.
Hey! You're Rick fucking Dalton. Don't you forget it.
In The Poseidon Adventure, the struggle to lift the Christmas tree was more real than it looked. Ernest Borgnine instinctively blurted out an unscripted reaction when he felt its weight, and the line stayed in the movie.
On three, 1, 2, up. Holy fuck, it's heavy.
In Annie Hall, Woody Allen improvised a hilarious line during the first take. He tried a completely different joke in the second take, but the filmmakers thought the original was funnier and kept it in the movie.
Max, are we driving through plutonium?
Keeps out the alpha rays, Max.
In Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade, Sean Connery came up with an extra line between takes. It made the crew laugh so hard that filming had to stop before they could shoot the scene again.
How did you know she was a Nazi? She talks in her sleep.
In Shark Attack 3, John Barrowman improvised the movie's infamous flirtatious one-liner as a joke to lighten the mood on set. To his surprise, the filmmakers loved it so much that they left the ad-lib in the final film.
You know, I'm really wired. What do you say I take you home and eat your pussy? It was a joke to make her laugh. They left it in the frickin' movie. And I'm sitting with, it's a movie that I could let my niece's nephew watch, and then all of a sudden Uncle John's going, what do you say I take you home and eat?
In Mandy, during Red's confrontation with Jeremiah, Nicolas Cage decided the scripted dialogue wasn't enough. Inspired by Joseph Campbell, he added his own philosophical line, giving the scene an even more haunting tone.
The psychotic drowns where the mystic swims. You're drowning. I'm swimming.
In Mortal Kombat, Johnny Cage's cocky personality wasn't just in the script. Lyndon Ashby improvised several of the character's one-liners, including the one you're about to hear.
Those are $500 sunglasses, asshole.
In Mystery Men, a simple mistake by a crew member led to an unforgettable scene. After a disposable lighter exploded during filming, Paul Rubin stayed in character and improvised the perfect response.
Ooh.
Excuse me. In Dracula, Johnny Lee Miller kept repeating the line as a joke between takes. Director Patrick Lussier liked it so much that he eventually worked it into the scene, giving the movie one of its most memorable one-liners.
Never, ever with an antiques dealer.
In Star Wars A New Hope, Luke's complaint inside the Stormtrooper helmet was never in the script. For years, fans believed Mark Hamill thought the cameras had stopped rolling, but Hamill later revealed he improvised the line simply because his face was hidden by the helmet.
I can't
see a thing at this helmet.
In About Last Night, Rob Lowe unexpectedly told Demi Moore he didn't love her anymore to help trigger a real emotional reaction. Her genuine tears were kept in the final cut.
I don't love you.
Fine. I'm gone. It's done. And you can go back to doing whatever you want to do.
In A Nightmare on Elm Street 3, one of Freddy Krueger's most unforgettable moments wasn't scripted. Robert Englund improvised it during an alternate take, and the filmmakers kept it. In Enemy of the State, Will Smith came up with Dean's sarcastic remark about the lingerie on the spot. He later said resisting the urge to improvise comedy during the film wasn't easy.
I was shopping for some lingerie. That's still legal, isn't it?
You buying that for your wife?
No, I was picking something up for myself. I do a little cross-dressing on the weekends.
In Ferris Bueller's Day Off, John Hughes specifically asked for complete gibberish. The result was Rooney's unforgettable improvised remark.
I did not achieve this position in life by having some snot-nosed punk leave my cheese out in the wind.
In Groundhog Day, the groundhog became so agitated during the driving scene that Bill Murray had to improvise a line to cover the chaos. Shortly afterward, the animal bit his hand hard enough to require medical attention.
Don't drive angry. Don't drive angry.
In Lethal Weapon 3, Rene Russo improvised one of Lorna Cole's funniest lines. Mel Gibson wasn't expecting it, so Riggs's confused reaction was completely genuine.
Close, Riggs? Close is a lingerie shop without a front window.
In Love Story, one of the most famous lines in movie history wasn't delivered as written. Ali McGraw accidentally changed the wording, and the filmmakers decided to keep it.
Jenny, I'm sorry.
Don't. Love means never having to say you're sorry.
In Men in Black, Will Smith wasn't supposed to say anything to the tourists after jumping off the bridge. Looking at a bus full of stunned passengers, he came up with the line himself, and everyone thought it was funny enough to leave in the movie.
It'd just be raining black people in New York.
In Scream, Neve Campbell felt Sidney Prescott needed a stronger entrance. She came up with the line herself, giving the franchise one of its most iconic modern moments.
Just want you to be safe up there. Do you have a gun?
I'm Sidney fucking Prescott. Of course I have a gun.
In Saw 2, the line you're about to hear wasn't planned in advance. Frankie G kept making up new insults between takes, and the crew eventually settled on the one they thought worked best.
Any other suggestions?
Look who's talking. The only door you know how to open is between your legs.
Why don't you shut the hell up, all right?
Chitty chitty bang bang, chitty chitty bang bang loves us too.
In Ace Ventura, when nature calls, Ace singing the Chitty Chitty Bang Bang theme song was due to Carrie forgetting his lines in that scene and just busting into that song. The director thought it was much funnier and used that take.
Bang bang, chitty chitty bang bang, her fine for Vandered. Chitty bang bang, chitty chitty bang bang, chitty bang bang, yeah!
In Good Will Hunting, the scene originally ended with Will's note. After reading it, Robin Williams quietly added one final line that wasn't in the script. The director felt it perfectly captured Sean Maguire's pride, sadness, and hope, so it stayed in the film.
Son of a bitch. He stole my line.
In The Fugitive, Tommy Lee Jones thought the scripted response wasn't strong enough. He replaced it with an improvised line that became one of the movie's most iconic quotes, and even earned a nomination for the American Film Institute's list of greatest movie quotes.
I didn't kill my wife! I don't care!
In The Lord of the Rings, The Return of the King, John Rhys Davies went completely off script during the drinking game at Helm's Deep. His improvised remark caught Peter Jackson's attention, and despite believing most improv doesn't work, Jackson thought this one was too good to cut.
Ah, yes, the dwarves that go swimming with little hairy women. Ah.
In Inside Man, one spontaneous addition from Denzel Washington nearly derailed the scene. Not because of the actors, but because Spike Lee couldn't stop laughing behind the camera.
I can't go through security without a random selection.
I nearly lost
I
my
bet you can get a cab, though.
I guess that's one of the perks.
In Jerry Maguire, Ray's famous line about the weight of the human head was something that Jonathan Lipnicki went around telling everyone on set. Cameron Crowe loved it and had him say it on camera.
The human head weighs 8 pounds.
In Scarecrow, Gene Hackman's sarcastic comment to the waitress was completely improvised on the spot, inspired by his real frustration during the take.
It's your first day?